What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at it again with another video. So we're gonna check out WWE Furious, and they removed some of Charlotte Flair's promo from last night. Ludwig responds, Kevin Owens, sad news, and other wrestling related news. This is gonna be very interesting. I've been hearing some people say that they removed some segments from last night's promo altercation with Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, which leads me to believe that they definitely went off script. A lot of that definitely probably wasn't in part of the script, and they just kind of went out there and started talking trash to each other, and it kind of seems as if things got a little bit personal. So we're gonna check that out. Appreciate all the love and support y'all showing on the channel. Let's get right into this WrestleMania video, man.
On guys, it is WrestleMania here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of the Blue Brand, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Kevin Owens explains how his injury occurred and whether he's out for a long time. Is Roman Reigns leaving? Charlotte and Tiffany went off script in a big way, and WWE deleted it. Ludwig Kaiser responds to Charlotte Flair. Julia returns to the ring. Rey Fenix driven to tears. Kevin Nash tells Jey Uso to hit the gym, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. Now, as always, won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good. As number one, an epic last man standing match.
Pretty good last man standing.
Slobberknocker. Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu's last man standing match was a classic case of releasing two wild animals into their environment and watching them just go to war. It was great to see WWE utilizing these two monsters properly, having them beat each other to a pulp with one monstrous moment after another. Now, we've sure seen that tired trope of wrestlers getting sent through the barricade, but it never gets old with these two. But with any luck, WWE can find more monsters for each wrestler to battle, as there's nothing like an old-fashioned hoss fight to shake things up on the Blue Brand. Number two, the wise man walks away. As CM Punk finally cashed in his favor last night with Paul Heyman, revealing Heyman will be in his corner rather than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. The WWE Universe has been wondering for months what Punk's favor was ever since he agreed to help Roman Reigns and the Bloodline at Survivor Series War Games. But now we finally have the reveal, which should make an already intriguing triple threat even more exciting. Will Roman and Paul Heyman find a way to reconcile, or is this a new page in both Heyman and Roman's story? More on that later. Number three, CM Punk mind games level up again. And last night, CM Punk proved he is the master of mind games in WWE, as he shocked Roman Reigns just 2 weeks before their WrestleMania match by stealing away Roman's wise man. Punk's delivery was perfect, with the straight-edge superstar delivering a laser-guided precision promo that left Roman laying long before Punk hit him with a GTS. What was that sell from Roman?
Yeah.
Later, didn't even waste any.
Oh, bro, the memes from him selling like this, looking like, Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Oh, my God, bro. This shit was hilarious.
Time with those memes. Number four, Paul Heyman over-delivers again. A credit for last night's main event promo performance
so good
also goes to Paul Heyman, who again proved why he's so effective as a catalyst that empowers whichever storyline he's ever in. Heyman's acting and facial expressions were strong without having, as they always are, and it's doubtful the segment would have worked so well without Heyman's stellar performance. Number five, Rey Fenix makes a dynamic debut. The WWE pulled out all their stops for Rey Fenix SmackDown debut, giving him an explosive entrance and an opponent, NXT superstar Nathan Frazier, who could keep up with him in the ring and, more importantly, look like the superstar they're positioning him to be. Phoenix looked fantastic, and his Mexican muscle buster is absolutely amazing. And the tag division staying hot. The WWE's tag division continues to sizzle, and while it's time to add in one or more teams to the mix, it's clear the creative is working hard to elevate the Blue Brand's various tag teams. Last night's number one contenders match was everything fans expected when DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns clashed. But that was a good what about the bad, is number one, Charlotte and Tiffany can't talk. A SmackDown's in-ring microphone melee between Charlotte Flair and WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton has fans talking about it, but not in a good way. as fans could talk about nothing more than either women stringing a sentence or two together without stumbling over them. Granted, fans are going to overlook both ladies' dismal delivery, but the WWE needs to have Tiffy spend time improving her verbal versatility, but it tends to make her a true top act. As for Charlotte, she's been doing this for over a decade, and she's mid on her best day.
Damn! Here's the thing. Tiffany definitely had some moments where she was stumbling, but I will say this. Out of all the promo back and forth that she's had, this was the best one. I know some may say that's not much, but this was the best one in the sense of she came out there, clearly had some heat that she wanted to deliver, and she did. Charlotte couldn't get a goddamn word out. It was a train wreck, but at least Tiffany looked good in the end of this train wreck. I personally enjoyed her just kind of tearing Charlotte down. This person that is personified as the queen of WWE got cooked. Got cooked so bad that she started actually trying to, say some wild shit with the whole Ludwig in her DM. So, hey, me personally, I, could have been better for sure. Tiffany definitely can work on her delivery and certain things, but I still somewhat enjoyed it. And Tiffany actually looked good in this verbal exchange.
Nothing downright ugly, SmackDown built up two key WrestleMania matches of Flair and Stratton and the Reigns-Rollins-Punk main event without resorting to too much physicality, and in both cases, the results were just as devastating, with Flair flummoxed on the microphone and Roman Reigns dealt with a straight-to-heart emotional punch by CM Punk, the Wise Man. What did you guys think of the Blue Brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on to the news.
All right, let's get into the news.
Our top story today looks at Kevin Owens possibly out for a while from WWE and what happened. At top of today's news is a devastating development concerning Kevin Owens, who was originally scheduled to face Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41, but is now sidelined due to a neck injury, with speculation he may never return. KO appeared in the ring on SmackDown, telling fans he's been battling neck problems for 4 months, and his doctors told him he needs surgery. Owens apologized to the fans for not being able to compete and was brutally honest, thanking them and letting them know he doesn't know when he'll have the chance to compete again. And now new reports suggest that KO could be out for a serious stretch.
Damn,
Insider's
bro.
Mike Johnson is reporting that not only is his neck injury legit, but one WWE source described the situation as awful, noting that Owens is expected to get surgery as he mentioned in the promo. Another source said that word among talents tonight was that Owens was looking at fusion surgery in the future, but Owens explained what happened to his neck. While speaking on My Mom's Basement, he mentioned, doing this for 25 years, I feel really great, and now I feel great. I do. It's not a constant problem, but over the last few months, I had an issue in my matches that made me go, I think something's not right. And then we looked into it and found out, yeah, there's something going on with my neck. Now, Kevin Owens underwent an MRI, and it was discovered that he had mild to moderate stenosis in his spine. But the WWE doctors gave him the all clear. However, in January, I had a match, and in the match, two things happened that really jarred my neck. That's when the issue started, so I knew there was something. And then we ended up doing an MRI this week, and I found out that, yeah, it's serious. I think that match in January is what did it, because I had an MRI a month before that and everything looked fine.
Damn.
Now it remains to be seen whether KO will undergo neck fusion surgery, but on a bright note is that medical treatment continues to improve and that conditions are more advanced now than they were when Austin, Edge and Angle underwent surgery. Now, while some still believe that a neck injury isn't real, one fan really took it too far on SmackDown last night, as he said, "You're still shit." Kevin Owens certainly got in his face and probably cooked him right back. Now we'll continue following this story and hopefully we have a positive update on Kevin Owens. For the meantime, we're wishing him a fast and full recovery.
I'm sure maybe that fan thought, oh, it's all a work, but no. And you can see the real emotions from Kevin, and he just told him off. He told him off, as he should. Wishing him a speedy recovery, but I want to say this before we get to the rest of the video. There are some idiots out there on Twitter right now that are trying to blame Cody Rhodes for what's going on with Kevin, talking about the ladder, spots that they had. And he clearly said this happened in January. There was no fucking ladder match. He was involved in January. But there are people still saying, oh no, that's just WWE trying to save face to protect Cody Rhodes. I want you to understand, your hate for one man is delusional. if the guy clearly said this is what happened, why the fuck would he lie to protect Cody Rhodes in a match that he was involved in a spot that they fucking probably discussed? You Cody haters are idiots sometimes. It's okay to not like a wrestler, but bro, to think there's a conspiracy that WWE is trying to protect one person so they'll have this guy lie when he clearly just said in January. And guess what, guys? Sometimes you can have a regular match and something goes wrong. It doesn't have to be a gimmick match for something to go wrong. I saw that before watching this video, and I was just like, bro, y'all fucking miserable, bro. I get it. Not liking someone, that's your opinion. But to come up with an idea that WWE is trying to protect Cody Rhodes when Kevin Owens clearly said, this is how it happened. This is where it started. You're fucking morons. I just have to get that out my chest because I get, it's frustrating to see how fucking stupid people are, bro. Like, it's mind-numbingly just dumb to see how incompetent people are when it comes to reading and comprehension.
Next up, could Roman be leaving? And now that fans know what CM Punk's favor is, there's speculation whether this is the beginning of the end for Roman Reigns' in-ring career. And fans raising this question are pointing to Roman's Hall of Fame induction
I've been
speech
seeing
for
clips
his
of this,
Wise Man, where he said, "The moment I'm not with the Wise Man is the moment you won't see the Tribal Chief anymore." Is the WWE preparing fans for a moment they've dreaded ever since Reigns began scaling back his schedule? Next up, WWE deletes the controversial Charlotte Flair Tiffany tirade. And last night,
now I will say this, I mean, there's still some stuff he can do. There's still plenty of great matches that he can put on. We don't know yet. We don't know. We got to see how things play out. I don't think he's hanging it up just yet. So let's not get too carried away. We'll see how things play out for WrestleMania.
Charlotte versus Tiffany verbal volley is the talk of the IWC, and apparently it was so controversial that WWE deleted it from their video replay. Neither superstar held back on each other, with Stratton roasting the Queen, telling Charlotte that outside of the ring, you ain't the Queen of shit. You'll always be second to your daddy, and then brought up Charlotte's failed marriages, mentioning that the Queen is 0-3. The fans in Chicago made their presence known, booing Charlotte to the point she lost her composure momentarily and seemed off her game as she retorted to mocking Tiffany's voice, then suggested Tiffany's man in real life, Ludwig Kaiser, was up in her DMs. And now Wrestling News is reporting, after the segment, WWE removed the lines from their digital video recaps. Stratton told Charlotte she would always come second to her father, Ric Flair, and when it's all said and done, you're going to be just like you are outside of the ring, alone. In addition, WWE also trimmed other remarks, saying WWE's YouTube channel also cut out the end of the segment when Stratton stated when Flair was 25, she was drinking in her daddy's basement, while Stratton was walking into WrestleMania as champion. The video removed the lines about Flair being 0-3 and Kaiser being in Flair's DMs.
Yeah, they cut most of it out.
No one's surprised that WWE weren't aware of this, and they actually went off script in a big way.
Yeah.
As WrestleVotes is reporting, Charlotte and Tiffany said very little what was in the rundown for them. Off script, quite a bit. Corey Hayes of PW Nexus would also follow up with, as WrestleVotes, Sean Ross Sapp, and PW Insider and others have reported, this segment went off script and it was not well received by some within WWE. This wouldn't be the first time wrestlers have made things very personal.
We've seen this before.
Classic example is when Shawn Michaels talked about real-life rival Bret the Hitman Hart's Sunny Days comments. Remarks that some saw as Michaels alleging that Hart was having a real-life affair with WWF diva Sunny. At the same time, we're going to play devil's advocate and suggest that whilst these remarks are personal, it could be the case of WWE trying to hype the Flair Stratton program, as many fans feel it's been quite lukewarm. That was until the beatdown. What do you guys think? Has this hyped up the match even more? Next up...
Oh, it's definitely got people talking about it. And definitely got people wanting to see what's going to happen next. They went off script. It happens. They definitely went off script. Both of them. And this is not the first time Charlotte's been in a situation where they went off script. Y'all remember, I think it was the Becky Lynch, Charlotte. They were supposed to swap titles, and then Charlotte ended up throwing the title. It got fucking messy. That wasn't supposed to happen. That happened. This is not the first time Charlotte's been in a situation where things have went awry. So I personally didn't have a problem with it. That's what you need. They needed something because there was no spark there. Outside of their initial, throwing hands at each other, they needed something.
Ludwig Kaiser responds to Charlotte Flair. The Tiffany's real-life lover Ludwig Kaiser responded to Flair's taunts about him sending her private messages, posting a classic clip of Shawn Michaels when he told Davey Boy Smith's wife, "Do not flatter yourself," during the storyline where Smith's wife accused him of hitting on her. Damn, Kaiser just shut her down in the most brutal way possible.
Love it, love it, bro.
A horrifying hype video that has fans talking. Now, who's behind the horrifying hype video that aired on last night's SmackDown? The WWE Universe has seen hype videos showing smoke and shadows, with fans puzzled as to who it could be. While fans have their suspicions, particularly since former WWE superstar Aleister Black was rumored to be returning to the promotion after a run as Malachi Black in AEW, last night's video proved plenty of fuel for the fire that Black is back.
Yep.
In case you missed the video, it showed smoke, a hand, a Roman numeral 4 with flames around it, and concluded with a skull with 2 coins in its eyes. Next up, Julia returns.
Most
to the
likely
ring.
it's him.
That's good news for fans of NXT superstar Julia, as Cage Side Seats is reporting that the former NXT Women's Champion returned to in-ring competition at an NXT Live event in Crystal River, Florida, beating Ariana Grace. Whilst there's been no confirmation of why Julia took time off from WWE, with the rumors that she was dealing with nagging injuries, she's already back, which should make things interesting when she returns to NXT television. Julia dropped the NXT Women's title to NXT Women's North American Champion in a title v title match, but you can be sure she's looking to regain the gold. Next up, Rey Fenix driven to tears.
Glad to know that she's back as well too.
Right now, as seen by his emotional reaction backstage at SmackDown, where he broke down in tears and talked about how he's living the dream. Phoenix spent considerable time trying to get released from AEW, and now that he's in WWE, it looks like he's ready to make up for lost time. Next up, Seth Rollins honors Bray Wyatt.
And it's one of those things where you can tell by the passionate promo he had. He's happy to be there. That's where he wanted to be. And now that's the situation, you know. So hopefully they can get Penta and Rey Fenix together at some point. I would love to see them kind of see what they can do in the tag team division as well.
Seth Rollins is one of millions who will never forget Bray Wyatt's legacy.
Of course. Rest in peace, Bray.
To his friend with a subtle homage. Ringside News noticed that Rollins' latest gesture posted a picture of Seth and Bray, as Seth Rollins wore the same shoes that Bray Wyatt previously wore during SmackDown this week. And finally,
that's awesome.
Kevin Nash tells Jey Uso to hit the gym. And last but not least, Kevin Nash is providing career advice for Jey Uso as Main Event Jey heads into WrestleMania. Big Daddy Cool shared fitness advice with Jey during this Click This podcast, saying, "I thought Jey looked tired. I think he looks like he's put some weight on. I think the pressure of this spot is weighing on him. He's over as fuck. He's got to relax. I think he needs to do some cardio." And Nash continued saying, "That yeet thing is like jazzercise. Don't go to the corners, don't jump up. Just do it right in the middle of the effing ring. He's got to just save his energy and then he can yeet all he wants after he wins." The two-time Hall of Famer was never known for his 60-minute Broadway, so should he be giving advice on cardio? Would it be better if he stuck to telling Jey how to avoid tearing a quad whilst walking across the ring?
Wow. What the hell? Bro, my boy WrestleMania sending the shots to Kevin Nash. Damn. Damn. I was not expecting him to say that, bro. Shout out to WrestleMania. What the fuck, bro? He just starts sending shots. Shut up, old man. That's basically what it was. But hey, man, this was a very informative video. Hey, I'm definitely interested to see how some of these things are going to play out. Wishing Kevin Owens a speedy recovery. Hopefully he can come back relatively soon. But his health is always more important, especially when it involves something of a neck injury. So take your time, KO. We will definitely miss you. And hopefully, you know, everything goes smooth with the surgery. And, you know, you can get back to living, recovering and living a normal life. And maybe get back into the ring if the cards line up, man. But comment down below. Let me know. How do y'all really feel about this whole Charlotte and Tiffany thing? Me personally, I didn't have an issue with it. I didn't. I know some people felt like it was bad on both parts. For some people felt like the ladies both crossed the line. I enjoyed it. I think it worked. I think it added more attention and eyes to this feud that needed it. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole thing down below. But I appreciate all love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking it with me. See y'all next one. Peace.